Hope you're all doing well. Just gonna have a look here. Just gonna read through some messages. Hey Tohilim. Hey Mark Watcher. Hey Gina Lee. Hey Tanya. Hey Alia. Hey Mika. Hey, hope you're all doing well. Just gonna go through what's been happening in the world today. Coming to you live from my house. Need a shave, but anyway. So today, a couple of things happened. So there was a lady today that got in touch with me from out at Dandenong Hospital. She's over at Dandenong. She was at Dandenong Hospital. She went in there on Saturday and got her baby vaccinated. She didn't know much about vaccinations, but she went in there and did that. She then had her baby, who was 20 months old, start to cry and wasn't eating for 3 days and had the huge fever, 38.8. So she took them into Dandenong Hospital. Now, when she went into Dandenong Hospital, they treated her little baby like a COVID patient, put him in the COVID ward, said they were going to do some swabs and tests, but never told her they were doing a COVID-19 swab. And they went ahead and did one. Now, that medically is wrong. You can't just go and do a test on someone without asking about doing it. Now, they then decided they were going to hold her and her baby down there and not let them leave. That's against the law. You're allowed to dismiss yourself from hospital at any stage. They can't actually hold you there. The Biosecurity Act says they can, but this baby didn't have COVID-19, didn't have anything that was like, it hadn't been out of its house for 3 weeks, hadn't been around anyone with COVID-19, and yet they detained them there illegally. So she rang and got in touch with me, was visibly upset. Her ex-partner actually went in and got into the hospital, and she was allowed to leave because he just charged in there. So then she was allowed to leave, and he was in there. And when I was speaking to her, I felt so bad that I decided to ring the hospital. And I told them that I had a legal team with me and that we were going to come down there and we're going to sue all of them for negligence and they would be deregistered. Now, as soon as I said that, as soon as I told them that, they let them leave. They went down, contacted the father of the baby and said, you can leave straight away. Mind you, I didn't have a legal team with me at the stage. I do have a legal team, but I didn't get in touch with them. I just wanted to scare them into letting her leave. So they let him leave, like straight away with the baby. And then later on this afternoon, they got back their COVID-19 test saying it was negative. But like, how does this work? The COVID-19 test came back within a few hours. We're getting told it takes 5 days. And that's what the figures are from 5 days before. The whole thing's a farce. So, you know, guys, be aware this is a farce. It's a farce. It's farcical. It's ridiculous. I'm putting it out there. Call me crazy, but this is a farce. You're hearing it every single day. So you get it. There was another man who got in touch with me through Instagram. And he said that his mum had passed away in the morning at a nursing home. So his mum had passed away in the morning at a nursing home. And he wanted to go in and say his goodbyes to her. And they wouldn't let him. She did not have COVID, but she passed away. They would not let him enter the nursing home because they said that it was a COVID area. And he said, I'll wear all PPE and come in. And they said, you can't enter. So he wasn't allowed to enter the nursing home to say goodbye to his mum who passed away. And I was driving down there to the nursing home to try and help him get in. I don't know how we were going to do it, like break in MacGyver style or something. But when I got in the car and started heading down there, they actually then said the body had moved. So the body had moved on to the next spot. So we weren't able to get there in time. The body moved on. I'm trying to wait and hear from this guy, but I haven't heard any further. Okay, guys? Wanted to talk to you guys as well about the hypocrisy that's happening right now. So Jim's mowing. Jim Penman, I had him on for an interview. I don't agree with everything he says because he thinks masks are okay and mandatory vaccinations and all that stuff. But he was right in standing up for his business to say it should stay open as an essential business because they look after a lot of the elderly. The elderly consider them kind of friends. They do the gardening, they do cleaning, they do hazard waste cleaning. And they got told they couldn't work anymore when it got to stage 4. Now, I saw today council workers out there mowing lawns and council cleaners out there cleaning. So how do we say the people in the public sector disappear, but the private sector keep going. It doesn't make sense that one gets to keep working and the other one doesn't. Think about all the job losses we've had. Businesses closing down, people losing their livelihoods, not being able to go be as a photographer, go do weddings, not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that. And yet the public sector hasn't lost any jobs. They actually moved nurses into other jobs. They moved flight attendants. They moved people all around these other jobs. The public really showing you just how treasonous this is and how wrong it is. It just cut out. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's working again now. Hopefully it is. If you can see me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. But yeah, that's what's happening at the moment. So public sector, they're getting everything, the private sector, compared to everyone else. I keep getting the words around the wrong way, the private sector. Now, the other thing I've had is a breaking video has come through to me. And you've got to listen to what this one is. There's some guys that are out traveling because they're working and they're doing nighttime shifts. Now, what they're seeing is there are people at Meadow Heights Primary School in hazmat suits, working in the cover of darkness, walking around in these big white suits with white masks on their face, sort of like what you saw in E.T. when they came in to take him away. Full hazmat suits at Meadow Heights Primary School in Pasco Vale, or in Meadow Heights. What are they doing there? This is at 3 a.m. in the morning at a school that's closed. Does anyone know what's happening here? This is weird. I don't know what's happening out there in the world, but we've got people out there watching for it. And yeah, we're going to get reports through from these Uber drivers and other people that are out on the road to see what is happening in these areas. Is it 5G installation? Because that would make sense for hazmat suits. Putting cameras up. What are they doing? What are they doing, and why are they in full hazmat suits in these places? What are they setting up? So we need to understand there's a lot going on here, guys. And 5G is out there still getting put up, and we're being distracted with everything else. It's all happening at once, full surveillance. So be aware, be awake. Be awake to what's happening. And this isn't conspiracies. This is people seeing stuff. And I saw the video, but we can't release that yet. Now, I want you to know as well, we've got in touch with some amazing, amazing, amazing people. And we're going to break all of this stuff out into the media and out into the world, worldwide, with BBC and other channels all around the world about the vaccines going into these nursing homes, about nurses and doctors speaking up. It's going to be broken here because everyone's watching Melbourne right now. We're going to get it out there to the whole world. If you want to be a part of this, if you want to help at all, you can still donate to the unitedcollective.org. That helps with our legal action. It helps with getting this all out there to as many people as possible. So be aware. We want to make this a huge difference. Anything you can put into it. None of us make any money out of this. It's all about getting things out there as much as possible. So let's know, let's be aware that this is going to get thrown out to as many places as possible. Robert Kennedy Jr. I've got in touch with, and hopefully I'll get to do an Instagram with him at some stage soon. Now, last thing that I want you guys to know is please be kind. Be kind. If you think you've got something to say and it goes through your brain and you think about it and you think the words are going to come out and they're going to hurt someone or they're going to be nasty, then think about it and say, what can I say that's kind? If it's not kind, I'm not going to say it. We want to be kind all the time now. So let's be kind. Let's look after each other. Everyone's saying don't trust the BBC. I just said a channel. That's not the channel. I don't even know what channels it's going to go out on. But it's going to get pushed out into the media. And it's going to be done in a proper way by the guy that runs Forbes magazine. So be aware of that. Please, guys, be kind. Be loving. We're winning. We did a digital protest last night that went out everywhere, all around Australia. We had thousands and thousands of people marking things down on people's pages. The only problem was I think we were a little bit loud and nasty in that as well. So we need to be kind with that. The legal stuff's all happening. We've got a legal class action going against 5G. We've got mitigation going against the government. We've got mitigation going against Dan Andrews' government. People are seeing the Liberal guys stepping up now to do something. Be aware. The Liberals are saying they want the state of emergency to stop because there's voting coming up. There's an election coming up, so they want to be able to get voted into power. That's why they're pushing for the state of emergency to stop. They're not doing it to let you out of lockdown. They're doing it because they don't want a state of emergency to keep on going. They can still keep you in a lockdown as such anyway. So be aware there's more at play all the time. But when you go out and comment on people's pages, be kind. Always be kind. Okay, guys? That's about it. Peace and love to all of you. Stay safe. Any questions, shout out. Share all the videos you see on the page to as many people as possible. Peace.